Engineer. Today we're playing Blue-Black Mill in Modern. So the idea of Mill is that one of the alternative win conditions in Magic is that if your opponent would draw from an empty library, you win the game. So instead of dealing damage, we're going to be milling cards. To do that, our main engine will be cards like Hedron Crab and Ruin Crab, which say that every time a land enters the battlefield, you can mill for 3. Your opponent, Hedron Crabs, also allows for self-mill, but we're not worried about that here. In addition to 4 Glimpse the Unthinkable, which mill for 10, Mesmeric Orb, which every time an impermanent becomes untapped, the owner of that permanent mills a card, and the Jang card, which is Archive Trap. It is very funny to set off 2 or 3 of these on turn 0 on your opponent when they crack their first fetch land. To support us in this, we need to basically prevent our opponent's creatures from killing us, because we need a little bit of time to set up our engines. So we have 4 Fatal Push to Bloodchief Thirst, Cling to Dust to gain life and draw some cards, Ensnaring Bridge to prevent our creatures' opponents from attacking us, 2 Crypt Incursion to gain some life even in the main deck, and then just 4 Visions of Beyond to refill our hands. Mana base wise, we want to have a lot of ETB triggers, so we have 6 fetch lands amongst Polluted Delta and Flooded Strand. We have 4 Field of Ruins that we want to trigger as well. And then 2 Darkslick Shores, 3 Islands, 2 Swamps, 2 Water Graves, not too expensive. Sideboard wise, we have some specific matchups: Silver Bullets, Dragon Claws, and Profane Memento against Burn, Creature Heavy decks, and the Prowess decks. Damnation against Eldrazi Tron, Surgical Extraction against Combo against Tron to take out their Tron pieces, stuff like that. Ashiok against Graveyard decks, and Titan decks actually, Mystical Dispute for blue decks, and Spreading Seas against Tron, and Valakut and stuff like that. So let's hop into a league and see how Dimir Mill plays in Modern. So let's join in here into a league. Dimir Mill was the first deck I actually won a paper tournament with, where the first prize was 2 Ancestral Visions when Ancestral Vision was like $30. So very, very close to my heart, this deck. We are on the draw. Okay, we can keep this. We can go turn 1 Ruin Crab, turn 2 trigger Ruin Crab, either Fatal Push if needed, or just play Mesmeric Orb. So we're going to keep this. Okay. So let's play an island, let's play Ruin Crab. The issue with this deck is there are a lot of decks that are way too fast for it, like the Prowess decks. But let's see. That's why we have all this removal and life gain main board. Okay, so this is some form of Jeskai control, I guess. So let's play a Swamp here. Healed to Ruin Crab. Let's try to play a Mesmeric Orb. This might get countered. But when playing against control decks, you don't really want to wait too much time. You need to force them to use their answers. Okay, sure. So we milled Snapcaster, Stoneforge Mystic, and Celestial Colonnade. All good mill targets. Sacred Foundry from our opponents. Fairy Time Raveler, sure. We're still a bit away from casting Bloodchief's Thirst on it. So let's Ruin Crab. Let's play Watergrave tapped. Probably we will clink to dust something to draw a card on their turn. Oh wait, we can't do this on their turn. We should have done it on our turn. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to deal with that fairy on our turn. We're going to kick Bloodchief's Thirst. Hopefully. Control matchups are also hard. Unless we get a early Mesmeric Orb going on. Play a Runic Crab here. Maybe bait out some counterspell. Okay. Play Island. And let's actually cling to dusts. Doesn't really matter too much. I just want to draw a card here. We can't do this instant speed to like block a Snapcaster. So they might actually Snapcaster here just to use the Helix, but another cling to dusts. Sure. Mesmeric Orb would be good here, or Glimpse the Unthinkable. Even Archive Trap would be nice. Another Fatal Push. Let's draw again with Cling to Dusts. Crypt Incursion. This hand is not ideal. Do we Crypt Incursion just for the heck of it? Opponent will start hitting us with the Celestial Colonnade soon. So this is quite a bad spot to be in. Snapcaster, sure. Yeah, I think we're in quite the pickle here. Sure. We're getting all our removal in a matchup where removal is irrelevant. If we draw a land, we can Bloodchief Thirst that's Fairy and then keep up Fatal Push, I guess, but... Sure. We don't care too much about this. We just really wanted to draw land so we can deal with the Fairy. That is not a land. I think we deal with the Teferi anyway. Sure. We don't care too much about this because we can easily gain some life with Crypt Incursion, so this doesn't matter too much. Well, now we get our Ouroboros. So let's play Ouroboros. Let's play, not this. Let's play Fatal Push. Snapcaster. And let's pass the turn. Next turn we want to Crypt Incursion and yeah, so now we'll try to Fatal Plus Shear the Colonnade before it attacks, because if they need to tap mana to protect it, at least it doesn't attack. Next turn we will Crypt Incursion and keep up Drawn on the walk. Unless we draw a big mill spell, then we can. So let's Crypt Incursion here while our opponent is tapped out, gain some life. Back up to 22. Now we really need just like mill pieces. This is kind of where we want to be, but we need to pressure our opponent's deck. Not by drawing all the lands in the deck, that's for sure. Okay, let's just glimpse here. If our opponent has a counterspell, we can protect it, and then we can refill our hand with Visions of Beyond. Spell Snare, so let's try to drown the luck. Even if opponent counters, we kind of need to fill their graveyard, so this Visions of Beyond turns into Ancestral Recall. Sure, we'll pay for the 3. Yes. Opponent wants to waste their whole hand on this Glimpse the Unthinkable. I'm for it, yeah, sure. This is no problem. Now we're in top deck mode. Okay, let's attempt number 2. Do they have a counterspell? Spell Queller. Sure. We can do this on their turn, maybe. Clink to Dust. So let's Clink to Dust here or something. Go around. It doesn't really matter what we remove from our sideboard. We don't have any graveyard synergies besides Clink to Dust itself. If opponent wants to counter this, this is also fine. Snaring Bridge. Archive Trap. Interesting. Yeah, let's see if we can get this Ensnaring Bridge up. Kind of want to resolve this Archive Trap, so we will crack the Field of Ruin. Or do we keep the Field of Ruin in case they get a Celestial Colonnade? Okay then. Before attacks, we'll try to Snapcaster Mage. Lightning Bolt, sure. We could actually target the Lightning Bolt, but that's fine. So let's, doesn't really matter what land we crack. Vendilion Click. Okay. Opponent removes the Archive Trap, that's fine. Can get a Swamp here. We really need like a mill engine at this point. Mesmeric Orb would be ideal. Right, let's do this. Let's just do this. Archive trap. Okay, now they can't attack us. They're the ensnaring bridge, and on their end step we can Visions of Beyond and hopefully draw something that will finish out the game here. Sure, Battle Skull is fine. Let's end step Visions of Beyond. All the lands. All of the lands again. Yeah, so this will kind of turn on all of their creatures, which is not ideal. So let's let Chief's Thirsts the Vendilion click. Or maybe, that was a misplay. We should have done it on Spellcaller. I forgot what was under Spellcaller. Yeah, that was a misplay. I completely forgot that we had a glimpse the unthinkable here. Taking 4. It's fine. Yeah, we could have won this turn, but yeah. Let's Cling to Dust. Here it's Fairy, why not? Yeah, that was other land cheese. That was a real. Okay, so let's blow the Delta, crack it, fail to find. We don't have any more lands. Fatal Push, and now they'll have a counter as well. This is what we should have done last turn because they didn't have cards in hand. Yeah, sometimes you misplay and don't get punished. Okay, so against control, we definitely want Mystical Disputes. And we might want Ashiok. Because we need to go down some of this removal. So we will remove Bloodchief's Thirst is fine. We'll remove the 4 Fatal Pushes. We don't really need it. They do have Stoneforge and stuff like that, so maybe actually we keep 2 Fatal Pushes. We also have Drawn on the Lock, I guess. Yeah, let's just go down to Fatal Pushes. Ashiok blocks their Searching with Stoneforge Mystic, blocks all fetch lands, and we can kind of inhibit Snapcaster by just exiling their graveyard. Of course, this makes our Visions of Beyond worse, but it's still fine. Yeah, I really would like to, like, turn 1, cast 2 Archive. That would be ideal. Okay. So I think we will keep, based off of Archive Trap into Mesmeric Orbs. Okay, Celestial Colonnade, it's fine. Okay, Ruin Crab, even better. Probably get bolted. Spire Bluff Canal from our opponents. It's not usual to play these lands in control decks. I don't understand why our opponent is playing this. Our opponent clearly has Spell Snare, so we're going to sandbag this. Or we can just, actually, they do have a Spell Snare, but it won't get better, so let's just get the Spell Snare out of their hands. Oh, they don't have Spell Snare. Snapcast, they have a lot of creatures, actually. Crypt Incursion will actually be better than expected. Sure, Geist of St. Traft. This is a very fast clock, but let's play Mesmeric Orb. Let's see if we can outpace our opponent. If we manage our next land drop, we can just Crypt Incursion and gain a lot of life. Like, they already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 times 3, we would gain 21 life. Sure. We do need another land here. Bloodchief's Thirst is not a land. Yeah, let's just play Glimpse the Unthinkable. Force them to either tap lands for Merrick Orb or just Milton. Spell Queller, sure, that's fine. I didn't think of bringing Damnation, but now that I see the Geist of St. Trap, there might be an argument for just bringing Damnation in. You really want another land. Opponent soon. Like, next turn is lethal. If we don't draw land here, next turn is lethal. We really need the Crypt Incursion. Even Ensnaring Bridge doesn't save us at this point because we have way too many cards in hand. Yeah, this is a game. Something to bring in. And maybe even Unfatal Push. Do we cut our Clink? Maybe we even cut our Clink to Dusts here. Yeah, this hand is not playable. The Triple Archive. Okay, so it might be wrong to keep this hand, but I will keep this hand anyway because it's just way too funny if they crack a fetch on turn 1. And I will bottom a Polluted Delta. Looks like sure, it's past the turn. Please, opponent, play a fetch land. Come on. Come on, fetch land. Please, please, please. Okay, no fetch land. Ashiok. Let's play our own fetch land. Come on, come on. Come on, opponents. Control decks do play fetch lands. Please. I think we might Visions here just end of turn because we need to get something going. Okay, Ruin Crab, not bad. Okay, so let's Ruin Crab here. Get something going. Sure. Oh, come on, opponent. You do have fetch lands. Let's respond to the trigger. Fetching here under Water Grave tapped. Okay, Spell Queller into Fairy. Two good targets to mill over. Opponent's ruining our fun. They should have a lot of fetch lands. Let's try to run out an Ashiok here. See what happens. This is counterintuitive to this. I was kind of hoping that they would counter it, but yeah. This might just get bolted anyway. Jace the Mind Sculptor, sure. You got it. Land would be nice and we just kill the Jace. Visions of Beyonds. Not what we wanted. Let's actually cast it for one. Let's do this. Oops, unthinkable. Probably we should have sequence that's the other way around, but whatever. Very sad our opponent didn't crack a fetch, and we would have milled 39 cards on turn 1. I'm very sad. Or even Stoneforge Mystic. Our opponent drawing more cards out of their deck is also a plus for us. Stoneforge Mystic. Can search. Opt. Again, like our opponent drawing helps us out a little bit in this scenario. Okay, polluted delta, so... So let's crack the polluted delta. Watery Grave? No. Let's get a swamp here. Question is, do we kill the Stoneforge Mystic or do we kill Jace? Because Jace is drawing the more cards per turn. Let's just actually... Let's do this. Let's kill Stoneforge here. And let's just activate Ashiok. If they want to draw another 3 cards, that's fine, I guess. See, all these fetch lands that could have been cracked at some point. Opponent will probably activate, yeah, activate Colonnade, hit the Ashiok. Sure. Field of Ruin would be nice. Sure. Even if they give us land or like a random creature, like we're fine with almost everything from the top of our deck. At this point, we don't really, I don't think there's that many bad draws. So even like something like Polluted Delta is fine, because now we can just Archive Trap, casting it. And that puts them to 5 cards, and if they don't kill us, we basically win next turn. Only bad draws would be like a sequence of craps where we could never landfall trigger them, I guess. But other than that, we don't really have any bad draws at this point. Like even just playing the game naturally, if they only have Celestial Colonnade, they take 4 turns to kill us, which is, they don't have enough cards basically to kill us at this point. Opponents. Come on. Plays the land. Passes the turn. We will Archive Trap again. Why not? They will probably counter this, that's fine. Again, like they have 4 turns to kill us, so they're probably going for the Jace ultimates, but I don't think that will pan out as well as they want to. Okay, now we have Drowned Lock. Let's just go again for Archive Trap. Opt, sure. pull out the victory. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, like, all those nice things. Share the videos with your friends. Also, let me know down below if you would be interested in seeing like Legacy Cube and Vintage Cube, those type of stuff. Okay, we are on the play. We don't have a crab. Other than that, our hand is not too bad if we catch a creature deck. Let's like Mesmeric Orb can be very strong, and we do have removal for a creature. Well, let's keep this. Not too bad. If we're like against Tron or something, I think we just cry. Play Polluted Delta, pass turn. Steam Vents. Sure. Let's get a polluted a watery grave here. Okay, let's play probably House Spell Snare, but let's see. Mesmeric Orb. Okay. It also might be Storm. Like, the only reason why you shock yourself like this is if you have Spell Snare or if you really need to draw to set up your hand. So they probably are just playing Storm. Because like a normal control, or the Prowess deck. Because a normal control deck would not do this, right? Unless they had Spell Snare up. Sure. We're going to yield through this turn because this will probably take a while. Stormwing Entity, sure. You might just run out Ensnaring Bridge. This will protect us at least from the bird for now. Opponent, taking their time to scry. Okay. You're done, opponent. Yes, you are. Cool. Cool. Archive Trap, good. Let's Flooded Strand here for an island. Let's just run out Ensnaring Bridge. And we need to find a way of dumping some of these cards. So next turn we can, for example, Cling to Dust to... They don't have creatures yet. But if they have a creature, we just Cling to Dust a creature to gain some life and get Cling to Dust out of our hand. Okay, there are 2 creatures. If they fetch here, we'll for sure just Archive Trap. Kind of want them to play like a Spray Dragon or something so we can just run out the Fatal Push or the Bloodchief's Thirst as well. Because we kind of want to empty our hand here. Spray Dragon from our opponent. Lava Darts. Sure. We'll take a lot of damage here, but hopefully next turn we can... We would like a Swamp. Ay. Only playing 1 card a turn does not help our game plan here, so let's just Bloodchief's Thirst the Spray Dragon, and yeah. Come on. Like, we want to play 2 cards a turn here, so we either need another black source, or we need, like a crab, for example. We are taking a lot of damage here. Thing is, when I cracked the Flooded Strand, we already had one grave in our graveyard, because otherwise I would have gotten that. And that would have solved our fixing issues. Now we're just here taking 6 to the face. Are we dead? Maybe? I think we're at 2. Sure. Okay, so let's play Hedron Crab, which is a blocker. And I think we need to cling to dust to gain some life. Because otherwise I think we're going to just die. Now, so if they play any spell, Stormwing Entity can't attack anymore. And Monastery will just block with the Hedron Crab, independently of what happens. Next turn we can kill the Monastery, Fatal Push, and maybe keep Stormwing Entity out of the combat. Thing is, all of their pumping is instant speed, so they can just win here anyway if they just play Mutagenic Growth on the Stormwing. Let's block here. Which is probably what they will do. Like any spell here wins in the game, even almost an opt. Yeah. Seals. They have like any other instant spell, they just kill us here. Yeah, that's key. Okay. Yeah. Bring in Dragon's Claw, we'll bring in Profane Memento. We will go down Archive Traps because I don't think they will have a lot of fetches. And we'll probably take, no, this is good to kill the big creatures, I guess. It is our worst removal, so yeah, let's cut the Blood Chief's Thirst. Yeah, let's try not like that. Yeah, this deck runs like maybe like 2 to 4 fetch lands, so Archive Trap is weaker. Because I think they run the 4 blue and red islets, they run 4 steam vents, they run 4 Spiral of Canal, that's already 12. I think they play like 20 lands in total. Probably have a couple of basic islands as well. So I don't know, sub-ideal I think. And they have to play some mountains as well for the lava darts. So are you guys hyped for Modern Horizons 2? Finally we have Counterspell. So this hand in theory is okay. We have removal for their first creature and then we can Glimpse or Mesmeric Orb. Let's keep. And then we have the Ensnaring Bridges for protection. Let's Darkslick Shores, pass the turn. If we draw a Crab, we will play Crab turn 1. Sure. Let's Fatal Push you away. Let's play a Swamp. Let's just get Mesmeric Orb out. Mesmeric Orb is just like a continuous engine, right? We need to get it out early. So next turn we will play Water Grave tapped, Glimpse the Unthinkable. If we draw a Crab, we might chuck ourselves to do both. Let's see. Drawn in the lock. Sure, let's do this. Opponent doesn't have blue mana. So let's take this. Let's take advantage of this situation. Next turn we can ensnaring bridge, and then we just hold up Drown in the Lock. And the pressure is on our opponent, right? They need to beat us. Pretty sure they will have some, like, a braid or something like this. But that's fine. We have second ensnaring bridge. Let's play Water Grave tapped. Let's play ensnaring bridge. Or it can't attack. So at this point we're in full control, right? We have the Drown in the Lock to kill whatever needs killing or countering. And now they will have to play stuff to look for an answer for the ensnaring bridge, otherwise they simply cannot beat us. So we can kind of chill back and just run out of our hand to make sure that we have very few cards in hand at all times. Opponents. That. So let's crab here, and let's run now a second copy of Ensnaring Bridge, and pass the turn. Next turn we will probably kill the Soulscar Mage with our Drown in the Lock. Now if they attack with it, it's fine, we just take the damage. Hopefully they can't kill us. Yeah, we don't care about this too much. They have 4 cards in hand. I doubt that they are capable of pumping it that much. They are bolting our poor crab. Lava Dart, yeah, we're just going to yield for this turn. Do whatever you want about it. Like, if you can deal 15 damage now, opponents, like, you're something. Opponent thinking about his outs here. Lightning Bolt, sure. Sure. We are taking a lot of damage, like, opponent was not that far away of just killing us. I don't think he can get... Well, actually, if they have another bolt... I did not count the amount of lava darts in the graveyard. That was way too close for comfort. Okay, so let's Dragon Claw. Pass the turn. We need to now be able to counter like a bolt or something like this. We will kill the Soulscar Mage. Hopefully they don't have the bolts. Now we have to start getting life. Let's play polluted delta. This way if they draw a monastery they can't really attack. And we will cling to dust, Soulscar Mage. We need to be careful because we're also milling us out ourselves, like quite significantly. So let's take out what's happening here. Okay, so now it's 5 life, we're kind of okay with this. Okay, let's rune crap. Let's put a delta crack. Let's get an island, mill our opponents. Opponent, do you have an out to the situation? We're very close, but no cigar. Do you even play the Dragon Claw? Yeah, why not? Okay, Field of Ruin. Mill some more. Need to be careful because we also are very low on cards in our deck. So we need to be very careful with how we play here. We don't want to just run out random cards. No, we will not play a second Mesmeric Orb at the time. Okay, Sprite Dragon, sure. Always yes, always yield. I think here is we can gain life at instant speed, so we don't really care about too much about the Sprite Dragon. Okay, so yeah, let's glimpse here. And let's just play second Mesmeric Orb and that's game. Okay, tied 1-1 against the Prowess deck. Yeah, I don't think Mystical Dispute here is worth it. Come on, opponent. Please. Be quick. Vital, it's being quite a long matchup here. Opponent has 62 cards in hand, so for those people who think that just bringing in your whole sideboard against mill is a good idea, it usually isn't, because you're just diluting the efficiency of your deck. Okay, so this is a cool hand. Would we bottom though? I think it's actually Crypt Incursion here. crab. So let's Ouroboros. They'll probably bolt one crab, but we have the second one as backup. And then next turn we play Ruin Crab. We play Polluted Delta, fetch Profane Memento. Sure, that's fine. We're expecting that. Gonna attack for 2. It's fine as well. Let's play Krabby Boy. Let's put Delta. Need to grab a black source here. Play Memento. Next turn, depending on what if our opponent plays the bird, which I don't think he can, but if he plays a lot of creatures, we might go into Ensnaring Bridge. So land Ensnaring Bridge. Otherwise, we'll just go lands, Glimpse the Unthinkable. And hopefully we gain enough life through this Glimpse and the land trigger to keep us afloat. Okay, they're going after the crab. Look, if you want to waste all your hand to kill the crab, we are fine with that. Sure. Okay. Crab has a friend. So do we play new crab? Yeah. I think we run out new crab, play a land, mill our opponents, and save targets. Always yield. Always yield. Sure, we'll let that go through. They do have the lava dart in the graveyard. If they want, again, if they want to waste 2 or 3 spells to kill a Hedron crab, we are okay with that. Sure. Okay, so we can play Ouroboros, we can play the crab, tap Field of Ruin, bounce Ouroboros, play Glimpse. That seems like a good line of play. Let's bounce Ouroboros. Let's play Ouroboros. Trigger. No life gain, but now we glimpse. Probably they have Spell Snare or Spell Pierce or something. Yeah, sure. It's fine. Fine-ish, at least. Next turn we can do the Ouroboros trick and just play Ensnaring Bridge. I don't think they can beat us off of 2 cards in hand. So we'll just take the damage here. Sure. They have 1 lava dart in the graveyard at the moment. Monastery. 2 mana, 1 card. What are you going to do, opponent? Nothing. Good. Sure. We could actually have blocked the monastery, but I really don't want to lose the crabs. Because now every turn we can just Ouroboros and gain some life, hopefully. I'm just thinking about maybe using the thingy, lava dart, to pump their team. So this is already 5 damage. If they lava dart, it will be 6 plus 3, so 9 in total. Okay, so now we have polluted delta, which is awesome. Okay, life gain triggers, life gain triggers. Let's run out Ensnaring Bridge. Is this game opponent? Will you play through the Ensnaring Bridge? Maybe they have Showering Spree. We will actually fetch for a Swamp after the Ensnaring Bridge resolves. Because I want to end of the turn, maybe bounce over, let's see. But I want to like take max advantage. Let's just get Warrior Grave Tap actually. I just want to get max value out of the crabs, just in case they get bolted. What do you got? What do you got, opponents? Do you have Shattering Spree? Because now, even if we draw, like, let's say we draw Fatal Pushes, or, I don't know, something not particular, like, not too useful, we can always just bounce Ouroboros and just keep the cycle of Hedron Crab Milling. So, funny story, as I said before in the beginning of the video, first actual, like, tournament on a Saturday at my local LGS, and I actually won, was with Dimir Mill, and game 1, I actually had Profane Memento and 2 Dragon Claws against Burn, and the guy just conceded from the tournament. So I just won through, had 1 crab in the battlefield and 2 Dragon Claw Talismans, or whatever it's called. Okay, so we have Krabby. It was the hardest rage quit I've ever seen in my life, which was funny. So let's return Ouroboros, play Ouroboros, gain some life, mill our opponents, 3 life triggers, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I don't think they can come back from this. They need to deal with the Ensnaring Bridge in a way and then attack. Like they need like Shattering Spear, the Ensnaring Bridge, and somehow like chain a lot of spells together without us gaining more life. Even now we can just Field of Ruin their blue source on the turn. Just got another land trigger here. Sure. They will probably sack it, I guess. Sure. This fizzles the Field of Ruin, but we're fine with that. We don't care too much. We have 12 cards in deck. Like, all of our top decks are playable. I think this fizzles now. I don't think this resolves. And our opponent also doesn't have blue mana, so yeah. Sure. Loaded Delta. Let's crack Polluted Delta, get a Watery Grave tapped. Yeah, your turn, opponent. So they had a Braid. We already milled 1 Braid. But now they're at 5 cards. Like, we can just do the Ouroboros trick for 2 turns, and I think it's game. Opponent has no blue mana, only 1 land. I think it will be very difficult to come back from this. Comment down below, do you prefer to win through combat damage, something like storm damage, or something like milling? Like, what is the type of decks you guys like to play? And I'll make an effort to play more of those type of decks moving forward. Opponent taking their sweet time. Come on. I was hoping that this would not be a very long video, but our two matchups are... I thought this type of matchup would be very quick against the Prowess deck, but apparently I was wrong. The opponent just ignoring us, hoping that we die of boredom. Okay, so tip to all Magic players in general: if you have the win or you see you cannot win, don't be the guy that just tries to run down the clock. Just concede. Like if you have no way of winning the current game, just concede. Like time is an important resource, uh, and in paper as well. Like if you, especially if you have the win. I've played several games against people where like I'm no cards in hand, 2 life, and my opponent has a bolt, but they do like 4 things, which is fine if you're just playing like with friends and you want to troll them. But if you're like at an FNM or like a big tournament where there's like 7 rounds or 8 rounds of games, like people want a little break between games. So don't be the guy that's just like sandbagging a lightning bolt just for the sake of it. And if you've lost, just like concede. Um, like obviously be sure that you lost, but don't be like I don't know what outs our opponent might have here. Like he's also not writing in chat, so like I don't know what the deal is. So what do you think of the new cards from Modern Horizons 2? Which are you most eager to build a deck around? Also from the Dungeons and Dragons set. So I think the Esper Planeswalker might be interesting in like an Esper control shell, but then you have like a huge artifact reanimator finishing, like a Inkwell Leviathan or a Blightsteel Colossus, something along those natures. I don't know. I'm quite curious to see how that Planeswalker plays out. Okay, so we're 2-0 playing Dimir Mill in Modern. We're playing in a league. Hopefully we can 5-0. I've only 5-0'd once this season, or whatever it's called. And it was with Green White Boggles, which I made my first video. The league that I 5-0'd was not the league of the video, but the 5-0 was what inspired me to make the video. That video I still didn't have my new microphone, so the sound was very bad, and I apologize for that. But we're trying to improve moving forward. This Gamma Prince guy is like, you're probably just trying to make a living off of Magic. I don't know. You're like way ahead of everybody. We are on the play, which is always good. We don't have colored mana. If we had a fetch lands. Okay, this is a very good hand. We will bottom probably Mesmeric Orb here. Let's actually shock ourselves. Play Ruin Crap. Does our opponent have Forest? Rockbound Worker. So this is the Heart and Scales Affinity deck, which I didn't know still saw play. So we will Hedron Crab. We'll pull it to Delta. We will stack these. Let's yes. Always yield. Say I wanted save targets. That's fine. Always yield. Now let's crack Polluted Delta. Get a swamp. Okay, and save targets this time. Let's Blood Chief's Thirst actually this to be mana efficient. Pass the turn. That was a good turn too. Next turn we'll just glimpse. I don't think they play fetch lands, so after sideboarding we'll take out the archive traps, put in stuff like Damnation, more creature removal, Welding Jar. This is not searching your deck, by the way, for new players, so this does not trigger archive trap. Revealing and searching are two different mechanics, let's say. Ancient Stirrings from our opponents. Sure. Hopefully we can get there. Like, this infect damage is going to be quite scary. This is the Graft land, right? Yeah. So the thing is, if they find the Archbound Ravager, they can sacrifice the Hangerback Walker, and then all the counters go to Moth. So let's play Polluted Dalton. Let's winning here. Let's glimpse the Unthinkable. Yeah, 4 cards in their deck. Can we do it? Or are we going to fizzle out and die with infect damage? Throne of Geth. Yes. Sure. You'll probably sacrifice Welding Jar to put 4 counters on this thing. Okay, yeah, that's game. That was a lucky top deck. That's game. Parting Skills Affinity. So we're bringing in the 2 Profane Mementos. For sure. Where did they go? Let's make here a sideboarding pile. We want the Damnation. We might want the Spreading Seas for the Inkmoth Nexus. Archive traps are coming out, and maybe we cut out 1 Bloodchief's Thirst. Or not like that. Okay, not bad. Not bad, not bad. We can kill their first creature and then Ensnaring Bridge. So we go Crab, Drown in the Lock, and then Ensnaring Bridge, and then we just run Ouroboros for the rest of the game. Let's see if that will pan out as we hope. Inkmoth Nexus, sure. Cling to Dust. Let's ruin Crab here. Archbound Ravager, sure. We will Polluted Delta. Let's heals. Let's see what they do. I kind of want to for them to kind of put the counters on Inkmoth, and then we just kill it with Mesmeric Orb. The Ozolith. That is a worrisome card. Another Archbound Ravager. We should have countered this maybe, but now since they're flooding the board with creatures, I want to kind of get some cards out of my hands. So let's just counter this. Counter. I want to get as many cards out of my hand as possible. Okay, so let's play an island. Play Mesmeric Orb. Play Cling to Dust on a creature to gain some life. The next turn we can Ouroboros and Ensnaring Bridge. Even play Visions of Beyond if we don't draw 3 cards. Question is, do we lose right now? So they can activate the Inkmoth Nexus, make it a 2 with the Pendelhaven, sacrifice Arcbound Ravager, sacrifice Arcbound Worker. This gets 2 counters, and then they put the 2 counters on the Inkmoth Nexus. Oh, this actually doubles the, yeah, so I didn't know how this interaction worked, so for sure we should have killed this, countered this Ozolith. Good thing is, they will now put a lot of counters on Inkmoth Nexus, so we can just run out Ensnaring Bridge if we don't die now. Yeah, and that Inkmoth Nexus will not be able to attack. Okay, so let's even do you think they have 1 card in hand. So let's run out Ouroboros, trigger. Let's run out Ensnaring Bridge. And hopefully they can't really deal with it. So now Inkmoth can't attack because it's just way too big, and we can even draw the cards with Visions of Beyond. And then next turn we play Field of Ruin and destroy it just in case. Burden Scales, sure. Like if they want to make big creatures, like we don't really care about it because they just can't attack through the Ensnaring Bridge. Oh, we should have played Visions of Beyond there. But sure. Okay, so they tapped out a lot, so let's play Field of Ruin. Let's actually play a second Mesmeric Orb here. So the thing is now that they're locked behind this Ensnaring Bridge, we'll actually draw on their end step just to kind of try to close out the game. Land from our opponent, no cards in hands. They might sacrifice it to get something else to make it, maybe get a Ballista. They can make a giant Ballista here. So we will actually respond to this by killing Pendelhaven. We'll also mill out a lot of cards, but they're also tapping quite a lot, to be fair. So let's get an island. We milled out 1 Walking Ballista. Do they have... So 1... They only have 1 Walking Ballista in their deck. Which they will play. They will make a giant Walking Ballista at this point, but hopefully we can win next turn. It's fine. But we should have drawn Visions of Beyond. That's fine. Okay, so let's play crab here. Let's Ouroboros. Okay, wait, let's cancel. And save targets. Always yield. Okay. So let's now Visions of Beyond. I kind of want to see if we can win here right now. Um, Interesting. I can play a Crypt Incursion. The opponent will mill 8 cards, so I don't think it matters, or at least 8 cards, 10 with the creature, so it doesn't matter. GG. We're 3-0. 3-0 with the Dimir mill. This type of deck like suffered a lot from getting Mox Opal banned, but Mox Opal had to go. Like to be consistent, like if all fast man is bad for modern, has to go. Opponent making sure they actually mill all the cards out of their deck. Technically, if they could make enough counters, they could kill me in response to the before drawing, basically. Which is probably what they're going to try to do, but then I'll just hit them with the Crypt Incursion. But I don't think they can. Yep. We are 3-0 with Dimir Mill, and I almost knocked down my microphone. Can we do 5-0? This is the huge. This is the goal. Yeah, with the fruits. So like if you play enough Magic games, you will eventually 5-0 with any deck. Basically any deck that's minimally consistent. Like getting to these levels, this is really grinding and really knowing what you're doing with your deck. So we're on the Plague. We have turn 1 Crab. Please. Okay. This hand is bad. This hand is better. Not good, but better. Keep. Let's put 1 drawn on the walk. Islands. He trying to put up. Go. Temple of Malice. So this is like Rakdos mid-range, maybe with like Young Pyromancer, Seasoned Pyromancer, Croxa. All those fun things. Question is, do we keep drawing and lock up for a potential Young Pyromancer, or do we just glimpse? I think we just glimpse here. See what's our cancel slip targets and yield. Let's see what our opponent is playing here. Yeah, so let's just glimpse and take a look. Opponent has Blood Moon. Okay. Okay. We need to... So next turn we will Field of Ruin, crack their land, get a basic swamp, just in case they manage to land a Blood Moon. Because we don't want to get locked out of the game. So Scar Mage. Flame Slash, sure. Yeah, so let's just play the Field of Ruin, pass the turn. This whole deck is mono red. Like, why are they playing a Temple of Malice? I'm very confused. They're probably just, I was going to say they're probably just splashing black for Croxa. Now they're playing this. I have no idea what's going on here. This is the new variant on the Paros deck, I guess. So we will crack Field of Ruin. Sure. We don't care about Stomp. We'll get a Swamp and Fatal Push the Soul Scar Mage. Like, the deck is mono. They even got another mountain. I have no idea why they play this. The opponent playing a weird deck. Sure, another Stomp, that's fine. Let's Fatal Push this. Now we're going to keep Drown on the Lock up so we can counter the Bone Crusher. Yeah. Seems like the best play here. At least counter Bone Crusher number 1. Land by our opponent. Soul Scar Mage, sure. Bone Crusher Giants, let's counter. Okay. So I think here we glimpse Unthinkable. We Visions of Beyond. Draw 3. Ancestral Recall. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. I think we shock ourselves. Play another Visions, just refill our hands. Sure. I'm still so confused about the Temple of Malice. There's literally no black card, and there's Temple of Abandon. Does opponent just like want some form of card selection? But like that's bad. Like even decks that actually play those colors don't want those cards. Okay, cool. Okay, Mesmeric Corpse, so Visions of Beyond number 3. All the Ancestral Recalls. So let's play a Rune Crab here. Let's play Field of Ruin. These heals. Let's keep up Drown on the Lock for now. Seasoned Pyromancer, sure. Like, we can deal with this, we just don't want to deal with this big guy. Blood Moon. Do we get another blue source? Or do we just, like, counter this and don't care about it? Counter target spell. So next turn we play Crab, we play Dark Slick Shores. Hopefully they tap a little bit more. Okay. Again, these tap, I don't get the point of these tap lands in this deck. This deck wants to be aggressive. We're taking 4. We'll actually block here. Just in case, even if opponent kills our Crab, it's not too bad. Okay, so let's play Hedron Crab. Dark Slick Shore's tapped. Okay, so we have drawn in the lock up into extra mana, so let's Mesmeric Orb. Now we have Drown on the Log to protect us, and next turn we can just either Ensnaring Bridge them for the win, or, yeah, just play Ensnaring Bridge. We can Archive Trap them for the win, is what I meant. So let's heal to this. But yeah, I think this is game. I think this is the weirdest I don't know, this is the weirdest build of a Prowess deck I've ever seen. Prowess decks, the point of it is to be aggressive. There's no reason to play this and no reason to play this. Like this, I can see in the sense that at least it comes in untapped. Like if you want one or two of them in the deck, I guess. But these lands, there's no point. You're not using the second color. This is just like literally, would you play Mountain, Scry 1, enters tapped? Like this is strictly better than that. But yeah, I don't know. Opponent taking their time. So next turn we just Archive Trap and win. We can use Inspiration. Deals 3 damage. Do we counter this? Oh, they're going after the crab. That's fine. Just need to protect ourselves. We might need to kill the Soulscar Mage. Yeah, actually, sure we don't care about any of this. 3 mana. Yeah, these lesson cards are a little bit under powered, I think. Sure, you can destroy them as Miracor, we don't care. So let's just do this now. So our opponent cries. Or do we counter it? Let's just destroy this. Yeah. That's game. So again, we're bringing in the Fang Memento and the Dragonflaw. Hopefully it's not making too much noise. It started to rain a lot now. Yeah, I don't know. Opponent doesn't have fetch land, so we're going to take this out and maybe cut one Clink to Dust. I'm wondering if we should play Damnation. They do have the tokens. But yeah, let's run it like that. Forget about one. Okay, this is a good hand. We'll get a basic island, play Hedron Crab into, then turn 2 we play Swamp as Miracor. An opponent. Watch opponent play like a Scryland turn 1 and do nothing. Soulscar Mage from our opponents, so let's blow the Delta, get the basic island, play Hedron Crab, go. Sure. Probably should have played blow the Delta to get a basic island, but should be fine. Oh, we rolled a pillage. So next turn we either Profane Memento and play Glimpse, or play Ensnaring Bridge. So I think we should protect our Ensnaring Bridge, because they brought in Artifact Hate, and maybe they can just go after the Mesmeric Orb. I think Ensnaring Bridge is more important to him. He's healed. Do we get a crab? Crab would be nice. Basic island. Yeah, so let's play this anyway. Get an island. Play Profane Memento. Play Glimpse and think of it. Always heals. Relic of Progenitus as well. Now we really wanted like a crab. Crab would be ideal. This is fine. We'll keep that for next turn. So let's just run out Ensnaring Bridge. Okay, gain 2 life. Not bad, not bad. Opponents, what are you going to do? Are you going to play your big giant? Apparently not. Opponent knows the trick, attacking before, pumping after, or maybe just doesn't have anything to pump with. And no lands, okay. Visions of Beyond, so let's play a land here, let's do this. And on our opponent's end step, we'll draw 3. This will be very close because we actually have almost the same number of cards in deck. The opponent will attack though, which is fine, but we will mill him for that. Sure. Does opponent play Bone Crusher? Okay, good. So let's Visions of Beyond in response. Okay. We're going to mill ourselves a lot, but we will actually kill the Seasoned Pyromancer. Or do we? No, maybe we don't, wait. Maybe we actually don't. Okay. Because we're also milling ourselves at a fast pace. So let's play Field of Ruin and just pass the turn. Like, we want them to actually tap all of their stuff, right? So like for each token, it's 2 cards they're milling, right? If they attack with everything, they're going to literally mill half their remaining deck. So we just have to be careful not to die. Opponents. Damnation would probably have been an interesting card to bring in. Okay. So let's Visions of Beyond here. Okay. So I think this will be gain. Just can't die here. Does the opponent have 3 bolts? If the opponent has 3 bolts, we lose. Other than that, I think we're okay. But if they had, they would do it beforehand, right? Okay, so let's go to our turn. So we'll play the Flooded Strand. Let's just glimpse the Unthinkable. Let's glimpse the Unthinkable, and the opponent's dead. Unless they play Emrakul for some reason. Who knows? Okay, that should be match. The crabs are getting there. Can we 5-0 a Modern League with Blue Black Mill in 2021? Is it possible? Okay, for our last opponent, can we 5-0 in Modern? The deck is like playing really well. We did get 2 matchups which are not that common anymore, so this last deck was just weird. It's just a worse version of the normal prowess deck. And the Hardened Scales matchup is, yeah, I don't know. I think that deck is now too weak without Mox Opal. But yeah. We beat Jeskai Control, we beat the normal prowess deck, the blue-red one. We beat mono-red 5-color Scryland prowess. And yeah. Let's see. My opponent. Match 5. Can we do it? Can we go 5-0? If we're on the play. We were very lucky this league with coin flips. Have removal into Mesmeric Orb. We can draw cards off of Cling to Dusts. Like if this is against Tron, this is horrible. If this is against Burn, this is okay. Let's keep this. It's not the ideal hand, but let's keep it. I don't know, our opponent is called Ho-Ho. I'm expecting them to have Burn. You can't argue with this logic. And now we have Archive Trap, which is awesome. Please, opponent, crack that fetch so we can do it at least once in this video. Okay, Steam Vents. Not Burn, probably. Cast for 0. Yeah, this is blue-red prowess. Mutagenic growth. Does the opponent have like 15 mutagenic roads and just kill this anyway? Sure, it's Miracle Orb. Let's play Blue to Delta. Let's Fatal Push now. Their defenses are down. Opponent Arid Mesa. Sprite Dragon. Okay, Metamorphose. Sure. I kind of want to Cling to Dust this turn. I don't know if it's worth shocking for. Maybe it is. Let's fetch a basic swamp here. Kind of want to draw a card. They have the Lava Spike. No. Okay, second Mesmeric Orb. Okay, let's play Watery Grave tapped. Let's play Mesmeric Orb. Let's just gain 3 life here, I think. I need to eat a creature. Let's just gain 3 life here. Pass the turn. So if we survive this turn, we can play Ensnaring Bridge, and we should be okay. We are going to mill ourselves for a lot now. Like, we're going to mill 8 this turn and at least 6 next turn. So it will be quite a bit, but our opponent will also mill 8 this turn. Ooh, Archive Trap. So let's do Ensnaring Bridge. And does opponent have more fetches where we can play Archive Trap for 0? The thing is now, like, whatever spell they cast and Sprite Dragon gets a counter, it will also turn it off. So there's that working for us. Okay. Sure. But this is basically the only attack they will do with Sprite Dragon at this point. Unless they just pump it up to a point where they just kill us. But, which is... Did they kill us? Yeah, I think they did. Opponent had a... Yeah, sure, opponent, sure. Why not? Yeah. Look at that stack. Okay. Win some, you lose some. Yeah, let's bring in the Profane Mementos and the Dragon Claws. This opponent actually has fetch lands. So let's cut out the Cling to Dusts. Bloodchief Thirst might be... It is slow, but it is kind of the only thing that kills the bird besides Glimpse the Unthinkable. But maybe we do cut it as well. And I don't know, maybe 1 Visions of Beyond. Let's run it like that. Yes, we will play first Archive Trap. Yeah, let's keep. This mana situation is a little bit sketchy, but let's see. We have Archive Trap, we have Mesmeric Barb, we have Aegon Crab, so we're not doing bad, right? Probably this will get bolted anyway. Spiral of Canal, so let's Mage. Sure. Let's Field of Ruin. It's healed. Okay, let's Mesmeric Orb here. So next turn we play the Field of Ruin and we will force them to search, I guess, hopefully. At least if they want blue mana. It would be so funny that they actually did Lava Darts. And then we feel the... Sure. So we can Ouroboros and have Drown in the Lockup, or we can Field of Ruin to Archive Trap them. Yeah, I think I'm going to play Ouroboros. I prefer to have some protection in case they go crazy. Soul Scar Mage, all the creatures. Like, is it correct to bring Damnation into this matchup? Maybe it is. Yeah, we will not block. Opponent plays flopped. So, do we kill the Sprite Dragon? We do. Or do we kill one of the ground creatures? Because this will get big, and if we draw Ensnaring Bridge, we're protected. Well, let's kill this. Okay, so let's play a crab. Let's play Field of Ruin. Let's pass the turn. And we have Lava Dart and all this stuff. This won't be easy by any means. Relic of Progenitus, sure. Don't really care for that. Another creature, sure. So let's do... Giving them more mana is maybe incorrect. Let's block here. So this will block this, and this will block this, I guess. Even if our crabs die, it's not the end of the world. Opponents. Lava Dart, sure. Let's crack this. If they don't search next time, we just crack the other one. Okay. Cast Fade for 0. And I think we got there. So just in case, play Profane Memento. I think we got there. Glimpse. Then on their upkeep, they have to mill another 4 cards, unless they kill us here at instant speed. Probably wrong to show the Memento, but like it was just in case they had some weird trick. So I think I'm going to bring Damnation and cut one Archive Trap like this. Okay, we don't have black mana, but we have actually a couple of sweet cards. Okay, so let's Hedron Crab. Next turn we will Profane Memento and play a land. Hopefully it doesn't get bolted, but I think this always gets... Oh, no bolt? Okay. We will take this damage. On the hopes that we will gain some of it back. Next turn. Okay, so let's Profane Momentum. Will opponent counter. Okay. Opponent wants to destroy their lands. I guess we're fine with this. Sure. Let's play Barkslick Shores, pass the turn. Or amaze it from our opponent? Sure. Archive trap in response. Get some triggers. Opponent has 15 cards in their graveyard. So we will glimpse next turn into Visions of Beyond. Okay, so let's play an island. Let's play Glimpse Unthinkable. A couple of more triggers. And then pass the turn. Kind of want Damnation and a land. That would be, I think, the ideal draw here. Opponent can just go off this turn, like really crazy. Expressive Iteration is a good card. They have Lava Dart as well. Okay, tap from our opponent. That's Visions of Beyond, end of turn. Okay, very nice, very nice. So let's play Ruin Crap. Let's play. So I think we just play Field of Ruin and Crypt Incursion, and this should like put us way ahead on life. And I don't know if opponent can come back from this. Like maybe we should have waited a little bit more. But yeah. Yeah, maybe we should have waited for a couple more creatures. All the bolts. Okay, Fatal Push is a good magic card. How do we do this? So let's gain a little bit of life, hopefully. Do we play, I think we play Field of Ruin, crack Field of Ruin, and play Fatal Push. So, sacrifice. Get a swamp. Opponent doesn't risk searching, so we will kill Sprite Dragon. That's the turn. Next turn we can play Watergrave and oh, we don't have a target for Field of Ruin, but we could, yeah. Okay. What do you got, opponent? So dimir build, still a good deck in Modern. Tell me what you thought about it, about the gameplay. Leave a comment and a like. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.